everybody's glasses. Yeah. Yeah. Question. Yes.
Okay, here we go. Only a few minutes late. Nante, bonjour, hello. My name is Dennis Thompson. I'm an assistant professor in the drama area in the newly formed School for the Arts. We really appreciate helping out with Indigenous Achievement Week. We always are so busy that we feel a little rushed, but this year we did our best to be only somewhat rushed. So we're really excited to be working with Shawn Cuthand, who is the storyteller in residence at the USask Library, which is, it's cool. Shawn's been on campus for a few months now, doing stuff, hanging out. We've had lots of coffees. He's a fantastic local comedian, filmmaker, script writer, and such. So we're going to hear a chunk of his play, read by these wonderful folks, who Shawn will make sure to introduce themselves. But in the meantime, I thank you all for being here, and Shawn,
All right, thank you, Danae Cho, for the introduction. First off, I'd just like to thank the students for jumping on board with this reading. We basically put this together this week, but you know how things go. But so super stoked. So I'll just do a quick little intro. We have Josh, who's going to play Jordan. Raven is going to play Trisha. Nobu is going to play the mother. Nick is playing the father. Gray is playing Bruce. And Kirsten is playing Quinn, as well as Kiara is going to do the stage direction. So I guess I'll give you a little bit about what we're doing here. We're going to be doing a reading of the second act of the play, because that's the play that has all the characters in the scene together. And also, just for me, it's a scene that I want to listen to and take notes for as well. And so this play is called Range Road. It's a relationship drama that deals with like an Indigenous man and a settler woman going to meet the settler's family in rural Saskatchewan. And it takes place shortly after the Colton Boushie trial. So how that trial changed the landscape of Saskatchewan, and so this couple is, they're together, but they haven't really asked each other the hard questions that they should. And then going to visit Trisha's family is when all these questions start coming up between them. And so then they get to the family's house for supper, and Trisha is kind of sick of her family's drinking, and she tries to use her partner's sobriety to kind of put him on a pedestal to her family, and that ends up causing a bunch of tension at the supper. And then there's a third act of the play, but I'll just leave that for now. And I think that's all I wanted to give a primer for before we start. This is Range Road, Act 2. Thank you for coming out, and take it away, Kiara.
Scene 3. The stage is set with a table and a door to the outside. There's an old fancy china cabinet with family photos and heirlooms. Off to the stage right would be where the kitchen is. At the table is Bruce and his wife Quinn, the mother 70s and father 70s bad hair. Go in and out of stage right, bringing different supper items to the table.
I'm trying to remember, but I don't think you guys acted like this when I first brought Quinn over. Look at that. Dad even combed over his hair.
Shh. Don't acknowledge it. The more he realizes it's bad, the more he plays around with it.
Heard her boyfriend is native. Dad's nervous that this guy's hair will put his to shame. That must be it. Not sure what all the fuss is about.
The father comes in with the 2-liter Pepsi.
No, we just want this guy to feel comfortable. Trisha asked us not to drink alcohol, by the way, hence the Pepsi.
The father sets a Pepsi on the table.
Pepsi? Isn't that a stereotype for Indigenous people?
Trisha asked for it, so it can't be seen as rude.
Come on, Quinn. This is where you can use some of your stories from your social work days to give us some inside information.
That's a little rude.
Well, come on. They could be here any minute.
If you want to be bleak about it, Indigenous people tend to favor Pepsi because it's cheaper than milk or clean water at on-reserve stores. So not exactly the joke you were thinking about, Bruce.
Quinn pats Bruce on the shoulder.
Really? How could they be so good at hockey on a Pepsi diet back in the day? Hey, Dad? Remember that one team? Where were they from? Man, they were tough, and we lost like 8-1. I remember in the third period, they changed goalies just to give one of the backups experience. What a dish that was.
Mother comes walking in, setting fancy glasses on the table.
It was Sandy Lake, I remember.
Wasn't it a different, more hard-to-say name?
We just called it Sandy Lake. Easier.
Ha. Well, don't you think we should figure out how to pronounce it before he gets here?
Why are you putting out the nice glasses if we can't even have any wine? I feel like we haven't even met him and he's already pushing his beliefs on us.
It's rude to ask why a person doesn't drink. Trisha knows how you like to get. We can have drinks later.
Quinn gets playful with Bruce.
I'm still gonna have my beer. We shouldn't tiptoe around it. It'll probably make things more uncomfortable. We should just treat him like one of us and just not acknowledge anything else.
Are you kidding? That's all they want lately?
I'm confused. When are they gonna get here?
So many times I'm at an event and they do a land acknowledgement and everyone just kind of looks around at each other awkwardly.
Yeah, well, I doubt Trisha's man cares about that. Not all of them do.
Them?
The natives, Dad.
So do we acknowledge his tribe or what?
Oh my god, definitely don't say that when he's here. I'll text Trisha.
Wait, I thought that's what you wanted. Instead of saying race, land acknowledgement.
What's he got to acknowledge, Quinn? Hurry.
Should I acknowledge that time I shot that owl?
Ew, definitely not. You might want to pray for yourself over that.
What? I would have gotten taxidermy too if I didn't shoot it in the face.
Dad,
Suddenly, the mother comes into the dining room.
They're here.
where's my beer?
How's my hair?
Hide my purse. I mean, get the door.
Margaret opens towards the door, followed by the mother. Bruce and Quinn stay seated but turn towards the door brightly. The family looks picture-creased, waiting for them to get to the door.
Hey, nice truck. Looks like an O2. Oh shit, yeah, he has a lot of hair.
Careful, Dad. You're farming his people land and now you're eyeing up his hair? This isn't a good look. Envy, Dad.
Quit making jokes, kid.
I'm 34, Dad.
Come on, you two. Act natural.
They're here.
Father stands, goes and quickly sits down at the table while Mother rolls her eyes at him. Knock, knock. Mother walks to the door and opens it.
Hello, Mother.
Trisha walks in holding Jordan's hand and smiling brightly. Father quickly gets up and goes to stand beside Mother.
Hey, you two. Hey, nice truck. What year is it?
Oh,
Trisha cuts him off.
Jordan's not a car guy, Dad. Anyways, Mother, Dad, this is Jordan. Bruce, get over here.
Trisha takes Gordon's hand and practically hands it to her father. Gordon makes a weird face like what Trisha did was not normal. The father is also weirded out. They proceed to have a really bad handshake.
Jordan, eh? Great to meet you. Where are you from?
I'm from Saskatchewan.
But where are you from?
He's not from the reserve, he's from the city.
I just thought he might have family in one of the reserves around here, that's all.
My res is Confed Park.
That's an area in Saskatoon.
Exactly. The west side can be rough.
Hey now, let's not say rough and res are the same thing.
Bruce stands up and approaches the group.
I bet you used to play hockey, didn't you? How tall are you?
6'1", I guess.
Yeah. Did you used to play hockey? I used to. Played in a couple small towns around here.
I only did it until I was like 14. Then it was too expensive.
Yeah, we used to play some tough teams. That was that one. Where were they from?
Sandy Lake.
Oh, right, Atakaku.
A what, a hua pooped?
Trisha and Quinn laugh.
Oh my God, Bruce, don't embarrass me already.
That's why we just said Sandy Lake.
I've been around there. I know what you mean.
Trisha interrupts.
Oh my God, Dad, why are there wine glasses out?
The father looks nervous and starts fumbling. He grabs the 2-liter Pepsi, but is so nervous he drops it and it goes spinning in a frenzied fury. He looks at Jordan wide-eyed.
Oh, great, Pops, you dropped the Pepsi. The old Indian way says that your teeth will be silver now.
Careful, he can't tell if you're joking or not.
Even if they're grown up?
Jordan realizes the father's naivety.
No, they should be okay now. It's when they're little that you can't drop the Pepsi. Now you just have a sticky floor.
Jordan smiles at Trisha, and they step around the sticky floor as the mother starts wiping it. Trisha sits down, the father goes to grab another 2-liter Pepsi from the kitchen, and Jordan grabs some paper towel from the table and starts to help the mother wipe down the floor.
Babe, you don't have to.
Jordan just continues smiling and wiping.
Hey, bud, you don't care if I drink, eh? It's Saturday night, eh?
Bruce lifts a beer bottle from behind his chair and has a huge grin on his face. Trisha gets wide-eyed at him.
Bruce, come here.
Trisha walks off stage towards the kitchen area and motions Bruce to follow. He gets up and shrugs as he leaves the stage.
I think it's commendable not to drink.
Quinn nods towards Jordan.
I heard it's not even good for native people, like that they process it differently.
Jordan looks up as he finishes wiping and throws his paper towel in a bucket that the mother is holding. He's about to say something when Bruce comes back into the room.
Quinn, honey, just because you worked in social services doesn't mean you should make assumptions.
Quinn looks annoyed.
Yeah, you weren't saying that earlier, hon.
Seriously,
It's only an hour out of town, not even far.
I come when I can, and I've been busy lately.
Trisha looks around the room.
And Jordan keeps me busy. And we're looking to move in together soon.
Okay, let's just get right into it.
Throw me under the bus, why don't you?
Trisha looks at Jordan, then looks at her father.
We're here now, okay? I had to practically lure him out here with mini horses.
Jordan looks shy.
Do you guys really have a mini horse?
Yeah, we got a bunch of critters. I do a little traveling petting zoo to wherever I get booked. It's a good little side hustle. I'm out here a lot, but Quinn works and has a place in the city.
Yeah, and Jordan has a whole story about mini horses.
Jordan gets shy again.
Not even.
Just when we hear a bottle clink as Bruce sneaks a sip of beer and sets it back down on the floor, making a sly smile towards Trisha and Jordan.
Bruce will be glad to show you after supper.
We got ham, cabbage, carrots, and mashed potatoes. Besides the pig, all grown here.
Come on, Dad. I don't think you need to humble brag about what you grow on his ancestors' land.
Bruce laughs like he is proud of his joke.
Bruce!
I'm not thinking like that. Do you guys know many native people?
Jordan!
What? Just asking.
Quinn jumps in.
I meet a lot at my work.
I drink with the guy at the town bar. We call him Chief.
Bruce steps down shamefully after he says this.
Do you have to finish that sentence?
Sorry.
He smiles as he takes another sip of beer.
Okay, man, cool it on the beer.
Honestly, it's no big deal. I'm not tempted.
I still don't want it around you.
The table looks uncomfortable. Jordan wants to say something but stops himself. Father breaks the silence.
Okay, well, we should dig in. Jordan, what does your family do before supper? Do you say grace?
Well, usually the eldest would bless the food before we eat.
He looks to see Bruce has already started putting mashed potatoes on his plate. Bruce stops.
But sure, I could say grace.
Oh, I don't think that's necessary.
God is great, God is good. Let us thank him for this food.
Everyone at the table's jaw drops. They don't know how to respond.
My mushroom used to always say that.
Oh.
Dig in, everyone.
Right on, yeah. This is like the same meal my family always has as well.
We don't always have this.
Well, I mean like twice a month probably.
Oh, well, same as us then.
Jordan points to a picture in the cabinet behind the mother.
Hey, which one is Trisha as a baby?
The one with mittens on her hands. She would always scratch her own face, so we had to put those on.
Why do you always gotta tell everyone that, Mother?
It gives insight into you, don't you think?
Like how she always self-sabotages, maybe?
Just then, we hear another clink of the beer bottle, and Bruce laughs as he sets it down on the table.
Hey man, honestly, I don't mind. I don't know why she's making a big deal. You don't have to hide it. You can leave it on the table. Like I said, I've been sober a while now, and no, it's not for me. Don't let me get in your way of having a good night.
Bruce slams 2 beers on the table.
Well, all right.
Well, I'm gonna get one to wash down this meal.
Bring me the wine too.
Oh my God, you guys.
What? You're the only one against it now.
Well, I was hoping Jordan here would be a good influence for you guys. You don't always have to drink. Jordan used to be pretty bad with alcohol, right?
That was a long time ago.
But still, you said you were bad, right?
Bruce isn't bad.
He's annoying, though.
Everyone gasps.
Well, we all know. Like, come on.
Bruce chugs the rest of his beer and grabs a fresh one off the table and takes a sip.
I used to drink so much that I would get withdrawal. That's a scary feeling.
Well, they don't stop long enough to notice.
Okay, we were supposed to have a nice family meal, not judge each other. You aren't around enough to judge anyways, Trisha.
Wow, Mother.
Nailed it.
Shh. I think we're fine, and Jordan doesn't mind. Bruce, will you show him the petting zoo after? He's funnier with a few in him.
Wow, encouraging.
Yeah, I'll show it, but he's gotta try and help me get booked on the res. Come on, man. That mark would help me a lot.
Well, actually, I actually know a few uncles that might be interested.
You don't have to help him.
Come on, Trisha. Business is slow nowadays. Every booking helps. Share some of that brown privilege.
Oh, wow, Bruce. What the hell?
Brown privilege? You sure about that, Bruce?
Well,
He means the taxes, right, son?
taxes? I just thought everyone knows the chief, so they got connections. And they don't have lots of money on the reserves?
He never lived on a reserve.
Okay. I just wanted to throw brown privilege out there for once. I'm so sick of hearing about white privilege.
Man, how did I get such a dumbass for a husband?
Quinn, we talked about this. I don't have white privilege.
We didn't talk so much as you had a one-sided combo. Honest, I tried to train him in private.
It's alright. What's cheap smokes compared to having the entire system work for you?
Uh-oh.
I don't take no government checks.
Neither do I.
Well, I'm just saying, I have to work hard and I'm not ahead of nobody. No one ever gave me handouts, so how's that privilege?
I don't know. Why don't we both go to a hospital and see who gets treated better? Or why don't we go report the same crime and see who gets better help? Sounds like you think white privilege means you have to be upper class.
Well, sometimes they still ID me at the liquor store. That's not privilege.
Have another, Bruce. What's that got to do with anything?
Trisha, he said it was okay again.
He thinks since he's never bought a suit, he's not white privileged.
We'll talk later.
Just so everyone knows, I didn't think me not drinking was gonna be a big deal.
Well, it should be a big deal for you. Like, he told me he once got thrown in the drunk tank.
Oh, what's that?
Oh, come on, Trisha. I was practically still a kid when that happened. Never happened to you, Bruce, when you were younger?
I don't know what that is. We just got driven home.
Interesting.
Quinn interrupts.
You two don't seem like you're about to move in together.
What?
I sense some tension.
Don't use your social work voodoo on us.
Deflecting, very common.
Common and what now?
You don't want me to say.
Stands up and makes her way to the kitchen.
Who wants dessert?
Can't say no to that.
Oh yeah, does your family do dessert?
What? What? You think natives don't like sweets? Man, we love pie just as much as anyone.
Well, I hope you like rhubarb pie.
No way. I was just gonna say, rhubarb was one that my mom always made.
Oh, well, isn't that nice?
Hey, I got a funny story about rhubarb pie.
Trisha rips her glance towards him.
Don't do it.
Oh, come on, it's relevant.
Mother sets a pie in front of father, and he starts to cut the pie while she serves the table.
Just do it, bro.
He lifts his pie in the air to salute Jordan.
Okay, well, at my parents' house in the city, they had new neighbors who didn't know what to do with the rhubarb bush. So my parents were like, let us take some and we'll show you what we can do with them.
Okay.
So the next time I came over, they had a whole batch of goodies on the counter, pies and crumbles, and they made enough for neighbors and everyone. I walked in and they handed me a piece of rhubarb pie, and as I was eating it, I thought,
You thought, yum! Okay, that's enough.
well, I thought that rhubarb pie is like literally eating bush.
The father drops his fork, mother's jaw drops. Bruce has his mouth covered because he doesn't want to laugh. Quinn is shaking her head.
We're eating dessert, man.
I told you.
I thought we were bonding.
Not that kind of bonding.
I don't appreciate that kind of humor at the table.
You're all drinking anyway. I'm sure he thought it was appropriate time.
I kind of did, actually.
Dad's a prude.
He laughs more. He's definitely feeling the views now.
See, not everyone is as right as you.
Trisha does air quotes with her hands. Bruce laughs again.
Oh, as if. Don't do that.
You mean, as if, right?
Okay.
What?
Don't mock the way that I talk.
No yelling in this house.
Sorry, I wasn't yelling.
Is this how you guys act normally?
No, you guys are the ones that made it stressful.
See? Deflecting.
Oh, as if, Quinn.
Calm down, city girl.
Shut up, Hick. Go brush your mini horse's hair, why don't you?
Hey, yeah, why don't we go do that?
Shut up, Jordan.
Whoa.
Yeah, what gives?
Sorry, it's them, not you.
You deflect a lot, Trisha.
You're right, Jordan. She does that social work voodoo.
Well, I think we're done here.
You're kicking
Yeah,
us
out.
out?
They both look at each other.
Well, dessert is done. We're tired.
Probably because you drank so much.
Oh my creator, just leave it. It's a dead issue now.
I just want them to know their drinking isn't normal like they think it is.
Why don't you two go argue outside?
We're not even arguing. Wow, you really want us to go, huh?
Just leave it, Jordan.
Okay, let's go then.
Hold on, Dad's not serious.
I'm serious, let's go.
Jordan gets up and proceeds to leave, but Trisha doesn't move. Jordan stops.
Trisha, let's go.
Trisha turns and faces her dad.
Hold on.
Jordan is frustrated and leaves. As he does so, he slams the door. After the door slams, Trisha and her father get up to follow him.
Maybe you should just stay here for the night.
They follow Jordan outside. End scene.
Right on. Thank you to the reader. Awesome job. So that's the Act 2. Just a little things I'll just kind of talk about, or just give little tidbits about, I guess. The one thing I threw in there, like as writing, my grandpa used to always say that prayer, grace, but it was always funny because like he was pretty religious and he was kind of prestigious sometimes, and so people would be like, oh yeah, he's gonna say grace. And then he would be like, God is great, God is good. And I would be like, oh, okay. So it's just, yeah, that's a way of like honoring my grandpa, throwing that into the script. And there's another thing I noticed as we're going through. But yeah, just about the. Yeah, I find it now. But yeah, that was just a little bit of like when you're writing, just how you throw personal things into the script. Yeah, so I just wanted to throw that out there. But I guess I was wondering if anyone had any questions or comments. Yeah.
How do you pick people's names?
Yeah, that's why I have like a really hard thing with script writing. Is like picking the names is really it's kind of annoying to me because like I pick the name and then like sometimes I feel like it doesn't like suit it, or then I'll pick a name and like I always think, oh, that person in my life is going to think that this character is about them or something like that. But like I actually picked Jordan because it's the name of one of my best friends and also the name of my nephew, so I can just lie to each one of them. But yeah, no, that's just like a comfortable name for me, Jordan, and so I wanted to throw that in. And then yeah, just the other names I just kind of thought like that they would fit the characters. Yeah. Is there any other comments or questions? Yes.
I don't know if you've written plays before, but like, how does it differ from writing like sketch comedy or stand-up jokes or that kind of thing as an experience?
Yeah, like I think with a play, like it's like sketch comedy is a lot more lighthearted, and I think with a play it can be a lot more personal. Like especially with this, like this is a really personal one for me. Like it just I've put a lot of my own experiences and life into this one. So yeah, that's and then the process too is just a lot more meticulous with doing a theater script. Just a little bit about the readers. So the main thing that I wanted to do when I did this residency was to collab with the drama department. And so of the readers, we have Josh, Nobu, and Kiara are from the drama department.
And Raven.
Pardon?
And Raven.
And oh yeah, I was gonna get to Raven. Raven department as well. So she's someone that I brought back to do the reading. And then we have Gray, Kirsten, and Nick are part of Lindsay's Indigenous, or is it the gender studies?
Literature.
Indigenous literature class. So yeah, that's how we brought this ragtag group of individuals together. And yeah, so yeah, I'm really glad that they were able to help me on such short notice. Yeah.
This is the first time I've ever experienced a reading like this, and I want to like keep hearing. Like it was so nice to just like listen. Like everybody did so well. But what is the next step? So you do a reading like this. What is the next step with the script?
Well, so this script is part of the Gordon Tootoosis Nikaniwin Theater New Voices program. So it already went through the 1-year part, and then now it's currently in the 2nd year run through. So I'll be doing like some fine edits, and then probably another staged reading through Gordon Tootoosis Theater, and then it should be in the plan to be produced by GTNT, I think within 2 years, I think, right now. But yeah, so it'll definitely be on the stage within a couple of years. So I'm excited for that.
And does this like help you as the writer when you hear it like this? Does it give you some more insight? Oh, okay, I've got to change that, or I've got to add to that, or?
Yeah, well, like especially because I'm like a comedy writer, so just hearing the laugh reactions really helps me, and plus also there's parts where it's like, oh, where's the laugh there? And then I'm just like sitting there, yeah, take that part up. But yeah, it's like me personally, I'm kind of having a little bit of a conflict with the rhubarb pie joke, because I was just thinking, is it necessary? And yeah, so I was really like listening to the tone of the room to see if people were like, ugh. Yeah.
When you're writing a play like this and you're talking about these issues, do you ever feel like you had a joke where you feel like an undercut serious moment you were trying to get across?
Ooh. Actually, I should like go through my script and think about that. Actually, yeah, thanks, bro. But like, yeah, well, I guess it's kind of like almost wondering if like the joke is too a bit pushing the envelope too much, you know, and stuff like that. But yeah, I think that's definitely a good note to go through and look for. So yeah, definitely do that.
This is just sort of a comment. So I come from a very liberal Southern Ontario family, and brought my slightly more conservative small town prairie boyfriend home to that house, and even though that's not what's happening here, I was like, oh yeah, this feels super familiar. Like it was, yeah. Like I think that, but basically what I'm saying is, I think it's relatable to so many people because no matter what, when you're bringing, you know, different cultures together, whatever they are, that there's always tension. So I think that basically what I'm saying is you have a hit on your hands that will relate to many people. So yeah.
Thanks. Yeah, that was actually like a motivation for me after like the first reading that I did, was I actually had like a couple of Indigenous men come up to me and tell me like this was exactly their situation. Like they were like down to a T. Like they were like did you like take this from my life or something? So yeah, it was good to know that like it's relating to people. So yeah.
Sort of tying into your comedy background, like you're writing, you describe this as a drama, and the questions that go back to the joke. but like given your sense of humor and your comedy styling is like discomfort, like like when like in your previous drafting, where's that sort of using that as a tool intentionally, of like using the humor to slowly like ratchet up the discomfort in the scene until your characters like until now it's like now that the actual conflict is coming until the actual conflict is coming out in the scene sort of thing.
Yeah, yeah, like with the previous draft and this draft, one of the parts that I added was the whole brown privilege part, and that I kind of like I kind of really like that part, and it's based off kind of like a real experience that I had where like I was with a friend of mine and he took me to another friend's house and I didn't know these guys and they were like some blue collar white guys, and we were just sitting around hanging out, and all of a sudden the one guy just out of nowhere got really grumpy at the thought of white privilege, and I was just sitting there and I was just like, okay, and like it wasn't the scenario to get into the conversation. Like sometimes I just avoid those confrontations. So then after, like I was thinking, like man, like that guy just didn't understand it. Like I wanted to, and that's what I did in the scene. Is like how I would have wanted to carry out the conversation with him. Yeah. Thank you. Right on. Oh, okay, that's our sign. But yeah, right up. Despite the little hiccup at the beginning, this went pretty good. I'm stoked. Thank you guys for coming. And yeah, watch out for Range Road by Tootoosis Theater in the next couple of years. And thank you.